A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this second match of the seventh leg of the Kenya Volleyball Federation Men's National League, playing here at the NYAYO National Stadium. This match is between Nairobi Prisons and Kenya Prisons, and so really, if you look at it, it is a battle of siblings. Remember that we bringing you this live as Trailblazers Volleyball Club and Mafro Sports, and we're happy to be doing this to be able to showcase volleyball talent globally. The match that just ended between Kenya Ports Authority and Rift Valley Prisons, so Kenya Ports Authority winning that match 3-0. And so this is the second match of the day. We have other matches lined up for tomorrow and also Sunday. We might not have several matches during the days because there are some teams that haven't shown up to honor the fixtures this weekend. But we will do as much as possible to bring you all the action from this point. And I'm going to join you shortly in the commentary desk with my colleague Florence Bosire to be able to bring you all this action here and enable you to enjoy the volleyball from the comfort of your bed, or even if you're watching this from work. My name is Emmanuel Ligon for Trailblazers Volleyball Club, and glad to be doing this. Now we are going to join my colleague. We're going to bring you this live again alongside my colleague Florence Bosire. Remember to hit that subscribe button so that you are able to get notified when we go live from this location. We are going to continue doing this, of course, as Trailblazers. So stay tuned and enjoy Mikasa.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only got once, you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame. Yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got once, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got once, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another match, the second match of the seventh leg of the final leg of the Men's Kenya Volleyball Federation National League. We have a match, a battle between brothers. Kenya Prisons facing it off with Nairobi Prisons. Both teams well put together, both teams consisting of dependable players. We look forward to a very exciting match today. There we have the head coach for Kenya Prisons, Mr. David Lungaho, and his counterpart whom he once coached. I think that is the coach for Nairobi Prisons, Sol Masaba, seasoned center blocker numerous times featuring for the national team. As always, we take pleasure in bringing you these matches live from wherever you're watching us from, whichever part of the country, whichever part of the globe really that you're tuning in from. We thank you for making time to join us. We do encourage you to tell us where you're watching us from. The first referee is Jamie Akida, second referee Peter Gaduli. Tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us your sentiments, your views, your basically anything. Let's have a conversation online about this match, about whatever you would love to talk about. We hope that this is going to be the interesting match that it is meant to be, and not expecting a friendly match really, expecting a battle between the two. It will be a rather surprising turn of events. Should Nairobi Prisons pick this game, Kenya Prisons, the stronger of the brothers, the oldest of the brothers, a mere commentator from the NYAYO Indoor Arena, Florence Busire. I will be shortly joined by Emmanuel Legon, and we will take you through this match together, keeping you company. We hope that you will stay put to the end of this match. Second match of the day. The weather out there being rather chilly today. I'm not sure whether there is going to be rain today, but it pretty much seems like there will be a bit of showers today, maybe later on, maybe later in the afternoon or even in the evening. Stay put and enjoy the match. Well, both teams take to the court, getting ready to start the match. Also important to note that in the first appearance in the Kenya Volleyball National League for the men's side, Dennis featured for Nairobi Prisons. He did get employment with Kenya Prisons, eventually moving up to Kenya Prisons, rather some form of graduation, so to speak, to the bigger team that is the representative for Kenya Prisons, leaving a position for his counterparts to pull up, and again another platform for players who may want to join the team. It will be interesting to watch how he plays his former team. Also, Mwandori, formerly of Coast Prisons, another brother of the Prisons family, featuring for Prisons Kenya. Stone also briefly played for Nairobi Prisons. Well, basically this is some form of exchange program for both teams, or all the teams. Currently Prisons has a total of 9 teams, 2 ladies teams and 7 men's teams in the National League. Take pride in offering a platform for a rich collection of talent. Well, the match is just about to serve off. Prisons Kenya serving, easily picked by Kimwele. A simple spin that is blocked instantly by Emmanuel, giving Prisons Kenya the first point of the match. Seeing the likes of Jaira Skipkosgei there, Dennis, Mwandori, Kimtai, The ball goes out of play once again. A slow start for Nairobi Prisons, having started this match at a low pace. A bit of these mistakes, avoidable mistakes that we are seeing coming up. Brian Baraza again. Matiko hits that ball out of court. Brian Baraza setting it perfectly in the air, giving him enough time to prepare and make those points. Brian Baraza is the son to head coach Kenya Prisons ladies team Joseph Baraza. Another serve. Again, a simple tap on that ball. Jaira setting it to Dennis, who simply pushes it across the net. There is a net touch according to the indication. Stone steps out. In comes Maritime, the libero, featuring for Prisons Kenya. Brian Baraza with the service. Matiko receives it. Wandori Kimtai hits the ball out of court. Another point for Prisons Nairobi. Gibson there with the liberos uniform today. He has been playing the opposite for quite some time. A point for Brian Baraza, an ace. Another serve, but Brian, error in reception. Mondori saves it. Ball is still in play. Is it? No, it's not. Taban finds it rather difficult to control that ball, keep it in play. The scores are 3 for Nairobi Prisons and 4 for Prisons Kenya. Brian Baraza, powerful attack there by the center blocker, Nairobi Prisons. Making it difficult for Emmanuel to block that ball. An ace, the first one. The second one really for Nairobi Prisons. Another serve. Wandori, Emmanuel, easily picked by Taban. Matiko attempting to kill that ball, and indeed he does. That simple tap on that ball makes it difficult for Kimutai to control it, therefore giving Nairobi Prisons an early lead. Powerful attack there by Emmanuel. Kimutai at the service court. Is it an ace? It seems to be out of court. The score standing at 7-5. Nairobi Prisons leading. They have been seen to pose a challenge to other teams in the past. The ball does not go across the net, much to the disappointment of Emmanuel and the joy of Nixon. Another service for Nairobi Prisons. A 3-point lead. Maintaining that lead. Maritime receiving. Wandori. Again, a problem with that. Matiko stops Jairus Kipkosgei right on his tracks. Matiko, also formerly of Kenya Prisons volleyball team. It's a service for Nairobi Prisons. Again, Emmanuel cementing that ball on the ground, making the scores 6-9. Nairobi Prisons still keeping up with that lead, a 3-point lead. Should they maintain this, then they're sure will take the first set. Kenya Prisons taking longer to settle into the match. Well picked by Kimwele. Nixon hits it right in the hands of Kimutai, who fails to receive that ball. Very fast, very quick attack there. 10 Nairobi Prisons, 6 Prisons Kenya. And Gibson fails to retrieve that ball. Jairus having a conversation there with Maritime. The second libero player, Charles Busire, seems to be out of court today, missing in action. Really beautiful set by Brian Baraza there, but the solid hands of Dennis and Stone stopping him right in his tracks. Jairus Kipkosgei, formerly captain of the national team, serving there for Kenya Prisons. Ball is still in play. Problem in the contact of that ball. There was no communication between Kimutai and the setter, Mwandori, resulting to that confusion that has been costly for them, giving Nairobi a broader lead of 3 points. Taban serves it. Mwandori, Dennis, good attempt at defending it. Fortunately, it flies out of court in the opponent's side of the court. Mwandori goes to serve. Mwandori was the replacement for Daniel Kipto, formerly the setter for Kenya Prisons and the national team. That ball lands squarely on the face of Mwandori. Seems to have thrown him off balance a bit. He may need a bit of minutes there to pull himself back together and get back to the action. He is up, ready to resume his position. Well served there by Nixon. Mwandori, simple tap. Brian Baraza attempting to block it, to dodge it, but Maritime picks it up. There's a net touch once again. That point goes to Prisons Kenya 9. Prisons Nairobi maintaining the lead at 12 points. Stone with that float serve, well received by Kimwele. Again, Emmanuel sets it. Was there a net touch? There was a net touch. There was a net touch. Prisons Kenya gets yet another point. Basically, a attempt at dodging that ball meets the hands of Dennis, who stops that dodge immediately. A service by Dennis, a float serve. It's an ace. That judgment by the libero player, making it an instant point for Dennis. Service for Dennis once again. This time round it really flies out of court, making the scores 14 Nairobi Prisons, 13 Prisons Kenya. Prisons are yet to step up and play the game according to the caliber that they are expected to. Brian Baraza, another powerful attack there. Dennis, and Nairobi Prisons failing to pick that ball. A reply to what the earlier attack really looked like. Kimutai going to serve for Prisons Kenya. Well picked, Brian. Powerful attack by Matiko there, having a field day there in the opposite side of the court. Still maintaining the lead, unfortunately does have that ball onto the net, giving Prisons Kenya a chance to equalize the points, taking it to 15-15. Both teams at par. None of the brothers really being clear in taking and maintaining the lead. Matiko once again hitting the ball right off the hands of Jairus Kipusgei, sending it out of court. That touch of the ball assuring Prisons Nairobi off a point. 16-15. It's a case of 1 point for 1 point. Solid block by Taban and Nixon. Very, very solid block there against Jairus Kipkosgei, is signaling the setter to place the ball a bit higher. Matiko serving it, Mwandori, Stone hitting it, smack onto the ground. Jairus goes to serve. A simple float serve, well picked. The libero picking it well. Taban, Mwandori blocking it, killing it instantly. Another serve by Jairus. This time round, Taban registers that point, hitting the ball off of the hands of Mwandori. Taban goes to serve. Is it going to be a jump serve? We wait and see. Prisons Nairobi still maintaining that lead. The float serve. Maritime receives it. Mwandori, Kimtai. Again, Kimtai. It's too low. The ball is still in play. Matiko trying all he can to hit it. That desperate attempt. And that is classical of Stone, making it look really easy, pushing that ball together with the blocker, maintaining his presence at the center position there. Prisons Kenya 18, Nairobi Prisons 19. Who will be the first one of the brothers to 19 actually to step onto the 20-point mark? Matiko hitting it at the diagonal onto the ground in an attempt to pick it. Matiko on fire today. Simple finish by Jairus. Not really hitting that ball across the net despite Brian Baraza's trust in him to deliver that point for the second time in short succession. The timeout for Prisons Nairobi. Prisons Kenya 21, Prisons Nairobi 20. Remember that this is the second match of the day. This last leg, the seventh leg of the Kenya Volleyball Federation's Men's League. After this particular leg, we get to find out who made it to the playoffs. Only 4 teams are eligible to play at the playoffs a battle that will determine the kings and champions of the 2022-2023 Kenya Volleyball Federation National League. Dennis at the service. Easily picked by Kimwele, and also hit really well between the hands of Juan Kimtai and Dennis. The ball served to Maritime, the libero, Mandori. Dennis simply hitting that ball. So the coach not really worried about that department really. Dennis picks it. Mandori, Kimtai cements it strongly onto the ground, breaking that tie, making it 23 Prisons Kenya, 22 Nairobi Prisons. Emmanuel goes to serve as Maritime steps out for Stone, I believe, to get back on court. Very solid block there by Stone, making it Prisons set point 24, Prisons Nairobi 22. So timeout for Prisons Nairobi, a call by Sol Masaba, having a TED talk with the setter there, probably talking about that set that was just made into the hands of Stone. Wasike, also a player in the team not featuring in this leg, talking to the boys, making them realize the importance of making that change. "24 Prisons Kenya, 22 Prisons Nairobi." Easily picked by Kimwele. Matiko again, a point, 23-24. There was literally zero attempt at defending that ball. Matiko goes to serve. 24-23. Should he get this point, then we move the finish line to 26. The coach signaling him on where to serve.
Prisons Nairobi have really put up a fight here. I think they would be mistaken to think that it's an easy one. Prisons Kenya, they would be mistaken to think that this is an easy match, Flo. We're going to get to the statistics. It's 25-23. It's been such a tight race here, but eventually Prisons Kenya have won the first set. Remember, this is the second match of the fifth leg, the KVF men's seventh leg. I beg your pardon. It's the seventh leg of the KVF men's national league. 25-23. Going to give you the stats there so that you sort of have a feel of how each team performed in that first set. But it's been a pretty tight one. If Nairobi Prisons had avoided the mistakes that they've done, they'd have equally ran away with this set. But it's just the beginning. It's just the first set down. We wait to see how it's going to be in the second set. Here are the match statistics from that set. Prisons Kenya, of course, winning that with 25. Prisons Nairobi 23. Points from attack, 11 for Prisons Kenya, 12 for Prisons Nairobi. 6 for blocks for Prisons Kenya and 3 for Prisons Nairobi. 2 aces for Prisons Nairobi, 1 for Prisons. Welcome to the second set in this match between brothers. Siblings here battling it out. Prisons Kenya with the first set. They won the first set at 25-23 against Prisons Nairobi. This is the second set. I think there's a net touch there by the Prisons Nairobi side. Referee insisting that there was a net touch. Prisons Kenya leading at 3 points. Nairobi 1. Matiko there, raining in hard on his colleagues.
Matiko, otherwise known as Baba.
Oh,
that is his nickname in the team. He is known for very strong attacks. And like I mentioned, he formerly featured for
Love.
I think
is
so.
That what you're saying?
That is tough love. Either way, I cannot confirm that.
Can try again, going in for that. It is Matiko.
Well said.
They're able to bring it back.
Maritime fails
Again,
to
point for point.
a replica of what happened in the first set.
Yes. At some point I actually thought that Prisons Nairobi would win that set, but they made very expensive mistakes at the tail end of that set. That cost them that set. Ila karibuni sana ili tuweze kushirikiana hapa katika kuwaletea mechi hii moja kwa moja baina ya ndugu hawa Prisons Kenya na Prisons Nairobi. Ni idara ya mahakama ama wasemavyo ni marekebisho na haki. Nimesema mahakama ama magereza?
Sema mahakama.
Kunradhi, ni magereza.
Sema magereza.
Magereza.
Wamechukua jukumu la kuwarekebisha
ni
wahalifu
na
ni kuwarekebisha na haki.
Moved from being a force to a service, I think, as well. Prison service. See, they are. Dennis there with that easy spin. The libero giving it away, and they have started stepping away. Prisons Kenya, 3 points ahead now.
We do know the
another net touch by Prisons Kenya. Of course, there is no energy and oomph.
There is no energy
yesterday
in this match. It is slow. Basically, what has happened in the first match, I don't know whether it's because of the weather. I don't know whether it's because of one team feeling rather intimidated by the other. Well, we don't know, but we hope that things will change as we move forward.
Prisons Kenya making mistakes there in service, something out of court. 2 points between the two teams now. The team goes for. We didn't see him feature yesterday as much in both matches between in the semi-finals of the Paul Bitok tournament as well as the finals against Kenya Ports Authority. He just came in at some point to block, just came in to defend, and then left the court. Nice attack by Matiko. Jairus is stopped by one man. Just a single pair of hands there, stopping him from delivering that pipe.
Sending the ball smack back onto his face. He was quick to defend it, but if not, it would have landed squarely on his face.
I think his reflexes are really good, because even yesterday there was something similar from it was an attack, I think, from IUN in the finals of the Paul Bitok tournament. Should have landed straight on his face, but his hands were up in defense. They go to serve Prisons Kenya. And Stone there, as well as Kimtai, stop him. It's a literal human wall. 3 points between the two teams, with Emmanuel Kipkosgei, I think, at the service court. Libero picks it up nicely. Will it be delivered?
Again, Stone.
It isn't. We were talking about teams that haven't shown up or honored their fixtures, and I am told that Prisons Western are. Is it Prisons Western?
Yes.
There's a possibility that they are around. We are yet to confirm. They're supposed to play Kenya Forest Service. Once we are certain about that, then we will communicate. Because if that is not the case, then this is the last match of the day before TVC play Nairobi Prisons again tomorrow in their final match of the season.
Well, we have a change there with a smart move there by Stone. Throwing that ball to the farthest corner. Everyone
It's like how Brian
not
Gamonde finished
expecting it.
their match yesterday.
Indeed. You have to be smart in every move you make. Prisons Kenya at 14, Nairobi Prisons 8.
6 points ahead.
6 points. Beautiful
Baba
shot there
again.
by
This time around,
Baraza, the junior Baraza.
really nice.
That
set.
is well delivered by Matiko. GB
Sounds
Matiko.
excited there.
He is
I
proving
mean,
a
he
point.
looks excited, yeah. That,
He does look excited. He's
Though we are
proving a
going
point.
down, you're not going down easy.
Indeed. He formerly featured for Prisons Kenya.
Oh, really?
So he's really showing them that, yeah,
Still
I'm
got
still on
this in
form.
me.
Indeed.
Stone again delivering that quick ball. Nailing it hard. Way past that block, and Cherunya there not being able to defend. We would communicate on which team is relegated to the Division 2. Kimtai there, reining in hard. Another 6-point lead for Prisons Kenya. Stone with that service. Brian Baraza, really nice set. Well delivered as well. 5 points. Kimtai getting that touch out again, making this look really easy.
Well, the set has really been obvious for Prisons Kenya. The first set was rather tightly knit, each team taking a point and making the rallies longer. This time round, that's 6-point margin.
Kimtai picks it.
Again,
There is Esopon. Is it
all is still in play.
back? Nice run.
Matiko.
Baba now. Oh, it is still in
Jaira
play.
saying no. Dennis
Dennis, it is still in play.
too close to the net.
Yeah, it went too close to call that one.
Jairus.
Jairus is the one who finishes that off.
Very interesting rally there. Very, very interesting rally.
And you remember that Dennis Esekon, before joining the service, was playing for Prisons Nairobi.
Indeed.
And I remember a very heated.
Powerful attacks from the backcourt.
Another
Then it
timeout.
appears to be a net touch. I think a timeout by Prisons Nairobi's Son Masaba, a coach who has featured for Prisons Kenya
He's
volleyball team.
commonly referred to as the all-time center blocker. Omunyang.
Omunyangi. There's actually a slogan featuring his name.
That is.
I think one Gideon Change, a former coach of the Kenya Prisons men volleyball team, is well placed to give that slogan. It's a signature slogan that he had when he was coaching Seoul back in the years. Right now, Gideon Change is the coach for Kenya Parliament volleyball team.
Ah,
Very seasoned coach.
now I see the coach that you serve under has a lot of experience in this sport, having coached the likes of
He has
Omunyange, who is
coached
now
also the national team.
on the sidelines coaching another team. So it's a good transfer of knowledge.
Indeed, indeed it
and
is.
experience. And so your dream of having a volleyball academy will also ensure that you transfer those skills to the young generation.
It is only right that I do that. It was given to me. I have a responsibility of passing it
Passing
on.
it forward.
I can only pray that
Working today only relies on Baba there to deliver those skills. Look at that block.
well, not quite a good day for Taban, who has shown immense, brilliant performance in the past. Not quite his day today. His counterpart, Matiko, doing the exact opposite. Rising up to the occasion when he's mostly needed by the team. Well, Nairobi gets that point, making it 13-22. A change in the liberos switch, bringing in Gibson in place
I have
for
a new player as well for Kenya Prisons. Emmanuel Kipkosgei exits. They bring in a new center blocker. They use a net touch. The ball doesn't cross the net either. Prisons Nairobi are 2 points clear. 2 points shy from winning this set. Matiko trying to set points
for Prisons Kenya. They're going to serve with Jairus Kipkosgei as a service coach. Prisons Nairobi trailing
11 points. Jairus picks it.
Dennis Matiko was
Really
saved by
making life difficult for the
There seems to
setter
have
there,
been a
Brian
net touch.
Baraza. Should a touch out.
Samuel Mathuga. We will do that.
Left in this leg of, in this league, this last leg of the league. So you can be certain that you will watch all of those matches. I'm going to bring you the statistics from this particular set. In just a bit, we will let you know how each team performed. But it's 25-15. Poor performance considering how they performed in the first set, Nairobi Prisons.
Prisons Kenya looking rather relaxed,
Yeah, there's no
calm in
oomph in today's matches.
totally.
Just we're going to bring you the statistics in a bit again, so that we're able to see how each team performed. Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi. Let us know where you're watching this from. Watu wa Naivasha, hamjambo.
How is Basha treating you? Is it as cold as Nairobi?
Yeah, I hope you are having fun as well. Yeah, the match statistics. Prisons Kenya 25, Prisons Nairobi 15. 10-point difference there. Points from attacks, 11 for Prisons Kenya, 5 for Prisons Nairobi. 5 from blocks, 3 for Prisons Nairobi. There was no service ace on either side of the court. Prisons Kenya getting 9 points from opponent errors compared to 7 for Prisons Nairobi. They are gearing up for the next set, the third set. Would it be the final set? It is for Prisons Nairobi to determine that. So if they play the way they've been playing, especially in the second set, then this would mark the end of this match. Third set, ladies and gentlemen, in the second match of the seventh and last leg of this league. What are your predictions?
Well, looking at how
Baba delivering his team, Jairus there was not able to pick it.
looking at how Prisons Nairobi has played in the second set, it's rather discouraging on their part. Them just having one line of attack, that is Matiko, and a lot of errors in the backcourt defense.
Jairus serving them the same dose that they served him. Very quick finish, really quick finish from the Prisons Nairobi side. Are they going to pull a comeback? We wait and see. Jairus picked it up nicely. Kimtai with that line attack. The setter today, Kevin Mayo, hasn't featured anywhere. It is Mandori who has been trusted with delivering this win for Prisons Kenya. Ryan Barasa looking for Matiko. Does he find him?
He does find him. And
Does find him, and there is also a net touch by either Dennis there. It. It's a spin off of that tip there.
does it touch the hands of
It looks like Jairus had a handle on that. Just a slight one, perhaps. He seems to disagree with the decision, but it's already been decided. Matiko again, still in play. It was actually going to be a blockout. Dennis, it is still in play. Taban is the one who sets it this time around. Kim Tai nails that rather beautifully. Manuel Talam comes back in to help with the defense.
Well, again, we're back to that tie from the first set. 4-4. Matiko.
Still in play.
Ball is still in play. Mwandori.
Kimtai. Quite.
Simple spin.
Will Jairus be able to save it? Several attempts there, but
3 men
too late.
on the ground. But a good fight nonetheless. They have fought hard for that point.
And if you have a look at the indoor arena here, there's not a lot of people who've come to watch this match. Just as it was in the first one, but at least there are more compared to those who were present for the first match.
People slowly trickling in. We do not expect a big turnout today. Well, Sunday.
Oh,
we
he brings it back with his shoulder.
Well said.
Mwandori, Taban taking advantage of that error there.
It's actually Nixon who came
Oh, next.
sixth.
Oh, yeah. Nicely done there. Prisons 6. Oh.
Desperate attempt by Mwandori to try and dodge
Well
that ball.
received as well by Maritime there. Seven. It's a net serve by Jairus. And the face of the coach, David Lungaho, there says it all.
Literally wondering what is happening.
Maritime there again with that error in reception. I think that is what actually cost them their match yesterday against the Dockers.
Well defended.
Really nicely.
And he
Look at
throws
that.
it right into the net. So unfortunate. So
All his
unfortunate.
colleagues at the bench there,
With such a
up on their
wonderful
feet, pointing fingers, wondering why he did that. Coach Baraza as well on the sidelines there at the VIP section, watching on as his son Brian Baraza plays for Nairobi Prisons there. Matiko, are they able to pick it?
ball is still in play.
Ball is still up actually, but Stone isn't taking chances here. That quick fix there takes his team 1 point ahead.
1 point. We are yet to see.
And the service there goes out of the net. Goes out of court. Kimtai with the service. Jump float. Matiko again. This time around sending it out of court. He's been trusted by Baraza Brian there, and he's been able to deliver in the previous sets, but not quite enough. A nice finish there. Actually asking Mwandori to set that ball that way. trusted to deliver, and yes, he does. 3 points clear now, Prisons Kenya.
The margin is slowly growing.
Oh yeah.
Should Prisons Kenya take this set, then we call it a wrap.
Indeed.
Should Prisons Nairobi take it, then we still keep going. Not sure whether Prisons Kenya will let that happen, but we wait to see. Muele Taban.
Send it out of court. There is a net touch.
Sorry, indicates a net touch.
We see. There is another match that is preparing to play. It is Kenya Forest Service against Prisons Western. This time around, Prisons Western have honored this last fixture. This time around, they are able to catch Mwandori in the act.
Arresting him instantly.
Jairus is left alone, and he does deliver. Mwandori effectively splitting that block. Really nice finish there. Back to that 1 point difference. But if you look at even the demeanor of Coach Lungaho, he's not worried.
He's not a worried man. Absolutely not worried.
Calm, collected.
Just
Yesterday
waiting.
he was on the touchline the entire time. Today he's sitting down.
Well,
2 points between the two teams now. Mwandori with a service. Gets a touch out off of the hands of Emmanuel Kipkosgei there.
and we're back to the 1 point lead. This is forming up to be a replica of what happened during the first set. Nairobi Prisons had been leading for a better part of that set, only letting it go at the 11th hour.
Jairus with that poor reception there, but he's trusted to deliver, and he does correct his mistake in reception by that quick attack, and he goes to serve. Again, Kimtai and Emmanuel Kipkosgei there, wondering how that happened with all the height advantage they have.
Kimtai being tactical in his attacks, always making sure that despite the blocks, that ball flies out of court. An instant way of getting instant points.
that ball. Matiko beating Kimtai and Stone there.
And mocking them in the process.
Mocking them while at it. A lot of power behind that ball. We went flying to the fans there. 17-18. As much as it was yesterday.
Indeed, indeed.
Ball rests in his hands. And they hit the 20-point mark. Prisons Kenya. 2 points ahead of Prisons Nairobi. Is this the place where we'll see the separation?
Well, the separation has
Double
already happened.
there.
It's just a question of maintaining it or not. 21-18. 4 points to the end of the set. 3 points for Nairobi Prisons to equalize. Timeout for Prisons Nairobi. Well, the match is back on after that timeout by Nairobi Prisons. Prisons Kenya at the service. Kimtai serving.
Number of times in this set. Very poor reception by the libero there. Prisons Nairobi are edging closer and closer to the end of this set, the end of this match. Make a change.
Bring in a new face.
Formerly of Cheptil High School.
Very interesting. Cheptil is
Nice
one of
to
the
see the transition that is happening
indeed,
from high school
indeed.
straight to the first.
Considering
the top
his
league.
position and the height he has.
And he's
there we
been
go.
able to be
There we go.
effective.
Very effective. He really must be one to jump really high. Not sure
That point goes away
happened.
to the referee claims, has made the decision that there was a net touch.
Dennis.
Kimtai. Brian makes an attempt at saving it, sending it flying to the roof.
Set point.
Set point for Prisons Kenya. Prisons Nairobi 19. Dennis anaichukua vizuri, kisha the new signing anaingia pale. Referee anasema ya kwamba Prisons Nairobi waliweza kuguza wavu. Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi kutoka sehemu yoyote ile ambayo unaungana nasi kutoka katika sehemu yoyote humo nchini hata ulimwenguni kote. Tumejitolea kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunawaletea mechi hizi moja kwa moja kutoka hapa katika uga wa Nyayo ili kuweza kuwaonyesha zile talanta ambazo tunazo katika mchezo huu wa volleyball hapa nchini. Mechi hii imekamilika na Prisons Kenya wameibuka washindi. Wamewapiga wenzao, ndugu zao Prisons Nairobi seti 3-0, na wanaojiandaa kule nje ni Kenya Forest Service waje kuchuana na Prisons Western, na natumai kwamba hiyo itakuwa ndio mechi ya mwisho ya siku ya leo. Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi kutoka hapa katika chumba chetu cha matangazo. Ni mimi Yegoni Manuel pamoja na mwenzangu hapa
Florence Bosire. Asante kwa kujiunga nasi, asante kwa maoni yenu, asante kwa ile support ambayo mmezidi kutupatia tangia tulipoanza mechi hizi. Tunatumai kwamba mtaendelea kukaa nasi mpaka tutakapokamilisha siku hii ya kwanza ya ligi ya 7 na ya mwisho katika ligi kuu.
Tuko na standings pale kulingana na zile mechi ambazo zimechezwa tayari. Ni ya kwamba Kenya Defence Forces KDF wana ile nafasi ya kwanza pale, wakifuatwa na GSU na alama 29, kisha Equity Bank wakiwa na alama 20. Jedwali limebadilika. Prisons Kenya wako juu ya jedwali sasa na alama 30 pamoja na KDF. Alafu wanafuatwa na GSU ambao wana mechi moja kati yao na Kenya Ports Authority Jumapili. Kisha Equity Bank wanashikilia nafasi ya 4 pale na alama 28, kufuatwa na AP Kenya utawalia vile vile hadi nambari 16. Mechi ambayo inafuata ni kati ya KFS jinsi nilivyosema, ambao kwa sasa wako nambari 10, wanacheza na Prisons Western walio katika nafasi ya 12, na tutawaletea hiyo pia moja kwa moja wakati wote kuanzia sasa, kwa sababu wapo katika ule uga wa pale nje wanajiandaa. Ila tungependa kushukuru sana kwa niaba ya wale wenzetu walio kwenye kamera zetu, Zidel pamoja na Brian naye Akula, na kutoka meza ya matangazo hapa pamoja na director wetu ambaye ni Martin Kimwele ambaye ndiye mhariri wa picha hizi. Tungependa kushukuru sana na kuwatakieni Ijumaa yenye fanaka, lakini kumbuka kujiunga nasi katika mechi inayofuata. Kutoka kwangu Emmanuel Yegon, na mwachia Florence Bosire aweze kufunga na kuwaga.
Asante sana kwa kujiunga nasi. Kwa ndugu zetu ambao ni Waislamu, Ijumaa Karim. Tafadhali